And we're back, everybody, starting with the last of the 4 competitions that we are hosting here at the Austrian Coffee Championships at the Alles für den Gast in Salzburg. Coffee in good spirits. In other words, coffee and liquid bliss in form of alcohol. We have our first competitor of the day here who has already competed in barista. Hannes Andexer! And here come our beloved judges, led on by Victoria, Raymond, Tom, Davide, John, Celia,
see you again.
And
hello.
Mark.
Hi. Long time no see. Hi.
Good luck.
Ah, yeah, you are. Hello. Davide. I forgot your name beforehand. Mr. Head Judge. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Everyone ready? Time. Dear judges, welcome to my pop-up bar today. Starting with my presentation of Irish coffee and a signature drink with, I found the name Tipsy Kaiser Franz Josef. Why? Is the same recipe as I already used before. Some of you already experienced the beautiful coffee of Panama. I have an anaerobic fermented coffee for you from the region Volcan Barú in Panama, close to the Costa Rican border. Grown at the height of 1,500 to 1,700 meters above sea level, anaerobic fermented and dry processed. This has a nice, beautiful sweetness and nice rummy tasting notes due to the fermentation of my coffee. The next part of my Irish coffee is, of course, the whiskey. And here is the begin of our road trip, which I would like to take you away with me. My road trip started actually in Scotland. Yes, I know it's Irish coffee, but I decided to go for Scottish whiskey. This is actually the reason, I first met this whiskey actually by coincidence. I went to Dufftown, which is a nice little village in nowhere of Scotland, where Balvenie whiskey is located. But not only Balvenie, also you will find Glenfiddich, Dufftown whiskey, and some other. There are 7 distilleries in one town with only 1,600 people. So there is literally more whiskey than people. Why did I go there? I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter's. And Dufftown is mentioned once in the whole septology of the books. So I went there just to experience Dufftown. Worth of a trip, and I get to know this lovely Balvenie whiskey Caribbean cask, 14 years old, which has a lovely toffee note. Very rich in flavor. It is matured for 14 years and then has a nice little finish in a Caribbean cask, which is a rum cask, for several months. I will not only use one whiskey, I will blend it with Asturian whiskey, which I find suitable for my Irish coffee recipe. It is also plum finished whiskey, 7 years old, and rich in flavors. Complementing this with a nice little Demerara sugar syrup, simple syrup, and of course local cream. I will extract a very strong espresso for my signature drink right now, which I have to cool down for later use. Right. Before drinking the whiskey, because I don't like whiskey actually, I had a few, I don't know the English word, the Verkostungen for it. And I fell in love with this whiskey because it doesn't taste like so much of whiskey. And for this reason, I went for this whiskey. I will use 1 centiliter from the Styrian whiskey from David Gölles. It's called Rotkas Alois the First, and 3 from the Balvenie. Alois the First is very known in this region for his historical past of Rigasburg, because he was the first Liechtenstein to rule over this area. I will add 20 ml of Demerara sugar to balance the sweetness. Thank you. And, sorry, I will stir it thoroughly. And of course, we will need coffee. All right. Next part, and the more important part, will be the cream. I will shake it till, hopefully, standing position to give it a creamier texture. Carefully not to overwork it. For my tasting notes of my Irish coffee, you will get toffee, marzipan, dried raisins, and, of course, some plum notes from the Styrian whiskey. A little fun fact here, this is the first time I ever managed to put the cream right on top. So, please enjoy my Irish coffee. While you enjoying your Irish coffee, I will start with my signature drink. We have already the espresso. To quicken it up, I will use some ice cubes, add my 2 espressi, then I will add 1 ml of David Gölles' famous apricot liquor, 2 ml of John Johann vanilla rum, which is also from Styria, and I have this lovely chocolate-flavored rum from Panama, where the road trip gets together with my Panamesian coffee. I will add 1 ml of Grand Marnier, the orange liquor, to balance the fruit, and some of you are already experienced, thank you, 40 ml of my clarified milk to balance the bitterness of the cold espresso. To give it a bit more sweetness, we already have prepared apricot jam from Wachau region. As I already told you, some of you might be inspired of my coffee, the liquid Sachertorte. Maybe you heard of it. I will shake it down to cool temperature. Strain it into my nitro. I need the nitro to get a more creamier texture because the clarified milk doesn't provide that amount of, of creamy mouthfeel. For my tasting notes of my signature drink, you will find, of course, apricot, chocolate, a hint of orange, and, you will also find raisin. Thank you. And roasted pecan. The mouthfeel will be creamy and tasty. And you will find baker's chocolate from the coated glasses, which I used as my garnish. So you can totally enjoy your coffee without anything to put aside. Thank you very much for this road trip from Panama to Scotland and Styria. Time.
Thank you very much, Hannes. And if you have time, step over here quickly.
Deutsch?
Should we do it in Deutsch?
Me, I don't care.
Okay. So you really are a history fan.
Yes.
Once again, we've taken all the long way from Panama to Scotland to Austria, to your home. And it seems that you're really inspired by history. So you know a lot about dates. And you talked about Alois the First that I've never heard mentioned. I mean, I heard it mentioned, but probably nobody else has. So that is really your starting point, isn't it? History and coffee. So you're a coffee historian to bring taste.
I studied history.
Okay.
And my favorite part of it was European aristocracy and its history. So.
And that's where the Harry Potter thing comes in, right?
The Harry Potter thing actually was before.
Okay, okay.
I read the books, of course, and then visiting Scotland for my A-level trip.
Yep.
And visited actually nearly all of the sites where the film has been made.
So you visited the heart of Speyside, Dufftown, and also this huge railway bridge where the...
Yeah, but it's not so spectacular.
It's well filmed.
To go by train, it's really expensive there.
Yep, yep. So that's your sort of thing. You should have chosen a music from Harry Potter like that.
Yeah, I don't want to have troubles with Warner Brothers and J.K. Rowling.
Probably. But I think we could get away with it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, there's people who sell coffee that's called Lord Voldemort, and they get away with it.
Okay.
So anyway, that was a great performance, and we might see you in the finals. We will know
Probably, we know.
And thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you. And we will be back with our next competitor right here on stage after this has all been cleared down. And we will do, in a very, very short time, the latte art announcement. Thank you.
Thank you.